Let's face it, when it comes to navigating change, mastering transition, making our dreams come true, or even just freaking living life, we can sometimes feel overwhelmed, discouraged, and helpless. Who wants to feel that way, right? Well, today, I'm going to give you 2 questions you can ask yourself to help yourself get out of feeling despair and back into living your most authentic, most awesome, kick-ass life. And I'm going to share with you how I messed up yesterday and how I used today's wisdom this morning to get myself back on track, feeling good about myself and feeling good about my life. Hello and welcome back to the Making Hope Happen series. I'm Lori Mage and this is day 26 in the 100-day challenge where I'm stacking my energy, work, and love goals and sharing 100 of my favorite tools, tips, and ideas to help you and me more effectively navigate change, master our transitions, and make our dreams come true. Thank you so much for watching today. Let's get started. In an email from Optimize this week, Michael encouraged us to practice what Brian calls targeted thinking. Targeted thinking is this really cool mashup that Brian created that combines Trevor Moab's idea of neutral thinking, along with David Emerald's idea of victim orientation versus creator orientation. And the first thing we need to do in order to apply targeted thinking is to accept the circumstances that we're in right now, just as they are. We don't need to add any story to them. We don't have to try to make it positive or negative. Just accept what is, just as it is. Once we've accepted our current reality, just as it is, we ask ourselves the first question of targeted thinking. And that question is, what do you want? What do you want? This question immediately gets us out of the victimhood orientation into that creator orientation by shifting our focus from what we don't want to what we do want. And it gives us a target. It gives us a goal to be shooting for. And once we have that target in sight, we can then ask ourselves the second question. And the second question is, now what needs to be done? Now what needs to be done? Given where I'm at and where I want to be and what I want, decide what needs to be done. What's the next baby step that might get you closer to what you want? And then get into action immediately. Immediately get into action. Why? Well, we can't improve our situation just by thinking about it, or worse, complaining about it. We need to take action. Action creates the new reality. Action generates new data. It gives us helpful information. And sometimes through action, we move closer to what we want, and sometimes through action, we get further away from what we want. But like we spoke about in day 18, I think it was, we either win or we learn, right? We either win or we learn. It is what it is. Repeat. What do I want? Now, what needs to be done? Take action. Gather that new information that comes in. Perfect. Repeat. What do I want? Now what needs to be done? Take action. New information comes in again. Perfect. Repeat. All day, every day. That's how we stay out of those feelings of despair. That's how we get away from hopelessness. Instead of feeling that way, we get to feel empowered and full of possibility with targeted thinking. That's how we navigate change. That's how we improve our lives, our relationships, our health, our wealth, and even our careers. That's how we become the heroes of our own lives. Well, I haven't felt like a hero of my own life the last couple of days. I've been feeling pretty down and energetically just running on empty. As many of you know, I'm in a huge transition right now. After 30 years of working for others, I'm roughly 35 days into self-employment and being a business owner, as well as a YouTube creator, website designer, a technical specialist, accountant, and much, much more. They say the best goals are stretch goals, and effective stretch goals, they have this feeling of challenge in them, but not overwhelm. And they're supposed to stretch us from our current skill and capacity by about 4%. Right now, I feel like I'm stretching myself 10 times that. It's like 40 or 50%, you know, my skill capacity, my knowledge capacity, all of that is just like trying to catch up, and I am exhausted. And what's happening is I'm starting to drop the ball in certain areas of my life that matter, and some of my good habits are slipping, and my relationships are suffering, including the relationship with myself, right? An example of this was yesterday morning. For the last several months, I've been making these power green shakes for Jen to take the morning. It's her breakfast, and she takes it to work when she heads out the door. And yesterday, I was creating the outline for one of these videos, and I totally missed it. I just kept working right through it. She came in my office in a panic right before she needed to leave, and she was just wondering if I was okay. And in that moment, I was just like, I felt like such a failure. because, she doesn't ask for much from me, She's going off to work now without the fuel that helps her show up as her best for the work she does. Not only that, but now I feel like crap about myself too. And the last 2 nights, I've been up till almost midnight, which our bedtime is like 8:30 or 9 p.m. because we get up at 4:30 or 5 in the morning. And so I'm exhausted. And when I'm exhausted, I'm not nice to myself. So the relationship with myself is suffering. When I'm tired, I tend to, my head tends to get filled with all these negative thoughts. Doubt and self-criticism tend to dominate my brain in times like these. Things need to change. I can't keep going like this. So this morning, I sat down with a cup of coffee, I grabbed my journal, got my targeted thinking on by using these 2 questions and systematically consulting with my highest best self on the things that mattered most to me. And one by one, with each priority, I asked, what do I want here? And I followed it up with, what needs to be done now? If the action I identified was small and I could do it in 30 seconds or less, I did it immediately. And if it was going to take longer, I blocked it out on my calendar either for this afternoon or for tomorrow or Friday. For example, thinking about my relationship with Jen, I asked, what do I want? Well, I want to feel like a great partner and I want to make her shake every single day. Then I asked, okay, well, what needs to be done? Well, it's too early to make the shake. She's still sleeping. I'll set the alarm and it'll notify me at 7:30. And when it goes off, whatever I'm working on, I'll stop and I'll go make the shake because it matters to me, right? And that's targeted thinking. That's it. What do I want? What needs to be done? Take action, take stock, repeat. Your turn. Where in your life are you feeling a bit overwhelmed, exhausted, or helpless? Or what challenge have you been ruminating or complaining about lately? That's a great place to practice targeted thinking. Is anything we've been complaining about. Usually if we're complaining, we're in victimhood, So targeted thinking can help us shift out of that. Well, that's it for today. If you got value from this video, please give it a thumbs up, drop a comment below, share it with anyone you think it might resonate with. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button right now. I'm on a mission to help illuminate and brighten the world in some small way, shape, or form. And I hope that these video messages inspire you and support you and the people around you in navigating the changes that you've got going in your life and helping you and supporting you in conquering whatever dream it is you're excited to make come true. Until next time, thanks for watching. Thanks for sharing and have fun practicing those targeted thinking, right? I'll see you tomorrow.